Hello there. Thank you for tuning in to today's Facebook Live session. I am Missy Bolden with K-12, and I have with me Madison Terrell. She is a paid intern with Stride right now, working with corporate communications, having her on to give us some tips and to just give us a little update on what she's currently working on. Hey, Madison.
Hi, Missy. How are you?
I am doing well. Would love to hear what are you working on? What are you enjoying about what you're learning and participating in as it relates to this internship with CorpCom?
Yeah, recently I just interviewed a student, and that was really exciting. It's so interesting and insane that these high schoolers, these elementary schoolers, these middle schoolers are doing like incredible things that I can only dream of doing. And it's so inspiring. So being able to chat with them and write about them and get them a spotlight to shine is so much fun. So recently I've been working with a lot of students, which is so fun. And yeah, even when luckily I have amazing coworkers and stuff. So if it does get a little stressful, I know I can chat to them and they always lift my spirits and they're always willing to lend a helping hand. So even when it does get a little chaotic, they're always there. So it's been really fun. And that's really what I've been focusing on the past couple of weeks.
So, yes, corporate communications, for those who don't know, if you can talk a little bit about what that department does. And I know you mentioned what you're working on, but I think sometimes when people hear corporate communications, they're kind of like, well, what are those people doing?
Yeah. So we focus on a lot of the public relations. So we work a lot on Stride News, the website, getting articles up about our students and press releases about Stride. We do a lot of social media as well. So talking about what the articles on Stride News, pushing out media on the website and all of our socials. So mostly we focus on all of the, I guess, the press about
Yes.
Stride. Yeah.
Yes. And I do want to mention that one of the other things this department does, they have what's called Project Elevate. So, for our currently enrolled students and families, if you want to share your story, what's happening at your K 12 powered school, even if it's something that's personal, maybe you're doing something in your community, maybe you're giving back, making a difference, maybe something really exciting, you've received some type of accolade, it could be something that you're doing, maybe you're an athlete or an artist or something like that, something that you think is newsworthy that really helps kind of highlight that our students are and families, even though they are attending public school at home, they are still thriving, they are still making strides outside of the classroom and also inside of the classroom. So if you would like to share your story, there is a link in our description for you to do that as well. So Madison is here to give us some internship tips. What do you have for us today?
Yes. So first, I would definitely say be open-minded and ready to learn. I have found that it's super important to enter an internship with your eyes and ears open. You basically want to be like a sponge, and you'll work with so many different people with tons of knowledge and experience. So make sure to take it all in. And I think it's super important to remember that when you start, most of the full-time employees understand that, you may not have worked or gained extensive experience on the job yet, and they'll always be supportive and helpful. So go into the internship with an optimistic mindset and just be ready to learn. And next, I would say definitely be yourself, share your expertise, don't be afraid to speak up and show your authentic self in your interview and throughout your job. And definitely don't sell yourself short. I think we all can do that sometimes. But if you're super passionate about like graphic design, don't be afraid to say something. You have value, skills, and unique experiences of your own that are beneficial to your team. And the company chose you for a reason. So don't be afraid to show up and show who you are and what you bring to the table. You've been given a voice and you should definitely use it. Also, I would say build a portfolio. I've learned it's so important in your internship you work on a lot of projects, social media, whatever it is. So keeping track of the projects that you work on, the writing you do, important numbers, that's key for a portfolio. And something else I've learned as a young professional myself is that employers love to see numbers on your resume. So let's say you worked on a social campaign. What was the reach? How many people interacted with your post? Stuff like that. And it's good to keep track, not only for when you maybe move on to a different job to showcase your work, but also for your current internship to keep track of all of your progress. And I lastly will say, be proactive. So once you've settled into your regular intern duties, it's more than okay to look for more challenges and expand those duties. So if a coworker is working on something that you find interesting, don't shy away from reaching out to see how you can help, or even just observe what they're working on. Take every opportunity you can to learn and grow as a young professional, and be curious. Like, what are you doing? Oh, interesting. Can I hop on, or whatever it is? And ask questions when you can, and listen carefully to those answers. So again, be a sponge and, take in everything that you can, because it's all an amazing learning experience.
So even though these are internship tips, I think these are great tips for your career, where you currently are. If you're aspiring to get hired somewhere, tuck these tips away. This goes beyond young professionals. I really think these things are life skills and more evergreen, and a way that we all should approach the opportunities that are given to us. If you would like to learn more about Stride Career Prep, there is a link in our description. Make sure you check out. There are a variety of pathways available at our schools. We do not have Stride Career Prep in every one of our schools, but many of our schools do have the program. Many of those schools, our K-12 powered schools, are still enrolling for the 22-23 school year. So make sure you find out which school or schools are in your state. Take a look at the website, see when their first day of school is, learn more about the school, and see if it will be a great fit for you and your family. You can also check out the Day in the Life link. That gives you an idea of what a typical school day looks like. You might be new to public school at home and you're wondering, how does it really work? These students and families have been a part of one of our K-12 powered schools, and they really just talk about what it looks like, what time they're getting up, when they're logging in, how they're finding joy throughout the school day, how they're staying organized. So that's available to you, as well as our events link. So many of our schools have already started. We are fully in back to school mode. So lots of events are going to start popping up on our calendar. So be sure to check out what's available to you right here with Stride Career Prep and with our K-12 powered schools. Madison Terrell is earning her stripes right now in CorpCom, learning and growing, and she will be back with some more tips. If you are finding these tips useful, please leave us a comment and let us know if you plan on implementing any of these things. I know there are some things that I could implement for sure. And if you have a subject or a topic you would like for us to cover, we always want your feedback. And don't forget, if you're a currently enrolled family, we want to hear from you. Share your story. That link is available to you as well. Thank you, Madison, and thank you for spending a little bit of your time with us today. We'll be back. Until then, have a good one. Thanks, Madison.
Thank you.